Finding the right direction on a chart shouldn't be difficult once you understand how timeframes actually connect. We are going to unlock a professional market structure flow that keeps you in the highest probability trades. We're starting the breakdown immediately. We're going to look at this on a DXY, and I'm going to show you across the monthly down to daily time frame. But what we're actually now going to do can be applied to any time frame, any multiple time frames. The whole point of this is for you to understand the actual structure technique and the use of multiple time frames to allow you to identify the current bias in the market. I'll make it as easy as possible for you to understand this. We'll look to use different colors on different time frames so you can easily identify exactly how to do this. So on a monthly time frame, let's look at our last area. Now, let me first just quickly go through how we're going to look at our structure. So when we're looking at a bullish market, we're looking for those higher highs, higher lows in the market. That creates our uptrend. Now, we're also going to use a specific way when looking for our highs and lows are marked out. So when these highs and these lows are actually mapped out, we're going to use an actual method I'm going to show you in this video. So let's remove this. And obviously for that bearish market, you're going to be looking for the lower highs, lower lows in the market to continue down. Again, to find these highs and these lows, there is a specific way we do this. So please watch this carefully because it's something you're going to learn in this video. So when we actually do this, I'll go through it now, mapping up, and that will become very clear very quickly. And then we'll quickly start going through those multiple time frames and how you can use this to find your bias in the market. So first off, let's have a quick look here in the market. So quickly I can map this out. Market comes up, we have a pullback, we have a break of structure, break to downside here, and may have a quick pullback and a breakout. Let's have a look at this. So I quickly map this out, and we have a high here in the market, which went into a break of structure. Let's just make this capitals. So this is a valid break of structure, and I'll zoom in quickly to this area. We'll go through the monthly in a bit more detail for the method, and then we'll go through a bit quicker in the lower time frames. So the reason this is a valid high in the market is because we see this candle here closing down below the previous candle's low. That creates the valid high in the market. Now on this occasion, our low is right down here somewhere, but what we're looking for is a new break to the upside. Now this wick to the upside is not a valid break of structure. We must see a body candle closing through, which we see on this next candle. And once we see that, we're looking back after that breakout for the same sequence again that we see over here, which we see on this move here to downside. Okay, so we see this candle closing down. This is going to create your valid low in the market. And then we're looking for that same sequence again, which is right here. And that's going to give us a valid high, which is the highest point. So that time when we see this closing down, this is our current trading range in the market. We're currently bullish on that move until we see a valid break to downside. Now again, this is just a wick through. It's not a valid break of structure, but this candle pushing to downside is. Now this is a break of structure, but also is classed as a change of character. Let me map this up as a dashed line. So it's a change of character because we've gone from a bullish bias on the monthly to a bearish move. Now, as soon as we see that, we can move this high to this high down here, because now what we're looking at instead is the close up. So where we were looking for the close down before, we're now looking for a close to the upside to give us a valid high and a valid low and a bearish trend. Remember I said there's a specific way we look at mapping out highs and lows in a bullish and a bearish trend. This is exactly how we do it. So once we see a break of structure again, what this actually becomes is a new change of character, because we've gone from a bearish quickly into a bullish bias once again. And I'll make that a dashed line once again. So once we see that, this is our pullback. So this creates a new high in the market, and it's a new break of structure. So again, let's make this a BOS. This is now a continuation of the trend. That is just broken with this candle. This then creates a new pullback. This was a current low. Then we have a new break of structure. Again, let's make that a BOS. As we see that break of structure, that is actually on the close of this bearish candle. It never closes back below, so it's a valid break. Even though it was only done by a gap in the market, it's still classed as a valid break. This becomes your current low in the market, and this would have been your current high at that point. Now this is just a sweep. It's not a break of structure. So our break is on this candle. That means this actually becomes now the change of character again. Now it's how you can start using all this together, this structure with the multiple time frames, where it's going to give you that key understanding your bias. So now we've seen this new change of character. Okay, now we've got a new bearish move. This is kind of high, and eventually this is where we see a new change of character, and I'll go through why this is in a second. So this is another change of character to the upside. So we had a new change of character to the upside. This is not a valid low to mark because we never close up. This is where we see the first close up. So this is our valid low at that point. So this becomes a solid level in the market as our valid low. And this would have been our valid high. Then we see this candle breaking through. That's now our change of character. And our new low is formed at this low here. Why? Because this is where we see the last time it closed down. So now we get to this last area. This is our current high in the market on this monthly time frame. Let's mark it out. And this becomes our current low. So let's leave these as they are, as the colors, and we're going to map this out as our monthly. Grab this again. Come on, get it right. Let's grab that. I'm going to map this on all lower time frames. But I'm going to do, I'm just going to put on this one M for monthly. I'm going to put this to the right. And this one as well, put this on as an M to the right, just so we know this is our monthly levels. And we'll put this one as well as a monthly. So a change of character. Okay, so let's put on the front there, this an M dash change of character. So we know these are the monthly levels. Let's go down now using multiple time frames. This is how you can start to use at least 3 time frames to identify the directional bias. And it's when they all align, it's when it's going to help you define great trades. So right now we are bullish on the monthly time frame, that change of character. Doesn't mean we can't go bearish again, but on the lower time frames, you'll see that most likely we're going to be in a bearish move. Let's go to a weekly time frame. So on a weekly time frame, let's quickly look at mapping this up before going through, so I can see a new break of structure above this high. We create this high, we break bearish all the way down here. We pull back, we break out again here. This is then my current high, so we break bullish. So we pull back. Our current low at this point is down here. We then break out eventually up here again. Quick pull back here, continuation. And then we break this structure low all the way down to here. Then we have a pullback and another break down here. So at this point in the market, we now understand this is our last break to downside on a weekly. So now I can look at mapping this out. So we'd have had a pullback here, a low as a break of structure here on a weekly time frame. So we'll make this as a break of structure. At that point in time, this becomes your current high on the weekly, and this is my current low. So on a weekly time frame, let's map these out as well, so we know exactly what they are. Let's have a weekly, send it to the right, and let's change this to a red line. Sorry, we don't want to do that at all. And style, and we'll change it to a red line, just so we can see the difference. And we'll change this one as well, just so you can see exactly what we're looking at. And we'll put a weekly just on there as well. And we'll change the break structure to a red line. So just so you can focus on the difference here of everything. So now we have our monthly structure is bullish, but we're on a potential pullback phase. But our internal structure here, you could say, is the weekly, and that is currently bearish. So using multiple time frames, we're not aligned at the moment, but we're still looking to head lower potentially, unless we see the market starting to shift back bullish. Then we can start going with the monthly time frame. That's how you start using multiple time frames to put everything into perspective. Finally, we can drop down to that daily time frame, and then we can look here on the daily. So again, let's look at this on a daily. Where do we see on the daily? We have a push here to downside, breaking structure. We have a push to the upside, bullish reversals. That's a change of character. This is our current low. The market then pushes bearish, taking out this low, a new change of character bearish again. We sweep this weekly low. Our current high is this high here, and that's a break of structure here to the upside. So we'll go from that point in the market. So the high is going to be this high here. This in fact would be a change of character. Let's make this a blue level, and we'll put in here change of character, if I can spell it out. And this is our change of character now on the daily to the upside. And again, I just want to put this in the center. We don't want that to the right. So we've got a new change of character bullish. Now we're looking for that continuation. So we have a pullback here, and I'll go through why this is the next area. So this is our next break of structure. Because we see this candle closing down, creates our valid high, we pull back. This is our current low in the market, and then we have a new break to the upside. So once we identify this is our high, we just get a sweep. Our current low is not here, I believe. Let's have a closer look. No, we don't. So this is our basically our low. This has just had a new change of character. So now we're going to identify we had a new change of character bearish. After we saw that sweep of that high, this becomes our high. Got a new sweep to the upside, and then this becomes our current low. So on a daily time frame here, we can now identify that on a daily time frame, that's a bearish bias. So we've got, let's grab my drawing tool. This is a bearish bias. Now on a daily, if we hold at this sweep, we can see a run lower. So how do we use that multiple time frame with the higher time frames we've been mapping out? So we know that this is our blue area, is our daily structure. This red area is our weekly structure. So we're currently bearish. Let me just put this into the center. Okay, so we can see where it is. So our break of structure on the weekly is bearish. We're now bearish again. Okay, change the character to the downside on a daily puts us in the same direction. When we look at the monthly time frame, when we shrink out, we can identify the monthly is currently bullish. So we want to see the weekly shifting bullish. But as we're now seeing the daily shifting back bearish, we're more likely to head towards that weekly low. So how can we now look for potential trade using this information? Well, you want to go down to a 4-hour time frame here, and then you'll be looking for the 4-hour to be in line, coming off this current daily high, being bearish to run for this daily low. And that's how you start to use multiple time frames to find the highest probability consistent trades. If you want to see a companion tool that automates this entire system in seconds, watch this next video, the 5-second market structure hack, which shows the process inside the tool for instant results.